Harriers. And this will be Matt Smith. Well done, Matt. It's going to win the Geraldton Marathon. Our 10 will go. It's probably an official time somewhere there. And we've got another one coming through. Closer to 109. Okay, I'm going to go over and try and grab a word with Nat while we've got a chance. While he's still on 2 feet. Don't run away, Nat. Okay, we're with Matt Smith. You're looking, well, you could blow out a candle, I reckon. But you put it in a big effort. Do you know what the time was?
High 109. So I had a mate, my training partner, around 10:57, so the goal was to be that. So got my ranking rides back over and out.
This is good to hear, 109. Now, your ambition, is it to stick with the halves, so you want to go to full?
I'm currently doing duathlon, so I got duathlon world champs in about 5 weeks' time. So that's where my main focus is a longer distance duathlon. So the half is, I run about 20 k's in a power man event, so half marathons work pretty well for me.
We've got a second runner about to arrive, but we'll let it come through and stay with you, Matt, if you don't mind. This is James Tunbridge. James has come through and he's run well. And for the first half, I think Matt and James might have run together. So he's come through at about 1:11 roughly in that area. Matt, we'll come back to you just for a few seconds. Give us a little bit of your history, where you're from and what we've done before.
I grew up playing golf. So I got into running when I was about 17 when I moved schools and I joined the school cross country team and went to Europe on a school tour and ran all right, and I was like, this is kind of fun. And since then it's been just a good opportunity to travel around the world and try and get some money and enjoy life and make a whole bunch of good friends and memories. So yeah, as I said before, I sort of got into powerman and duathlon probably 3 years ago through some of my mates, and yeah, did 2 world champs since and haven't looked back.
Well, Matt, you're going to win $500 today, so that might pay for your journey up and back. Okay, so where to from here? What do you do next?
My next event will probably be the State Half Marathon in August around the Swan River, and then 3 days after that I'll fly out to Canada for World Champs, and then from there off to Park straight away, race there, and then I'll probably have a bit of a break and enjoy life a bit.
Surely not a break, but Matt Smith, congratulations. We'll talk a little bit later when we do the official presentation. So Matt Smith, you're winner of this morning's Geraldton Half Marathon. We've got marathon runner going through there, and that's Alicia Smart. And Sophie Seaton also coming through, or yes, no. Yes, thank you. This is Sophie Seaton going through. So we're going to do our presentations at about 11:30 this morning. We might go back out to the point. 4K people, about 15 minutes. 4K people, about 15 minutes. And just to let you know that your starting point is about 70 metres to the west of where most of you are, back towards the port. And you start under the big HBF gate, big blue gate that HBF would provide. HBF and Richter's IGA Supermarkets, our main sponsors this year. We do thank them for their ongoing support. So if you're going to go shopping in Geraldton, you go to IGA, you don't go to those other supermarkets, right? You got that? You go to IGA, and if you want good health cover, you go to HBF. Now don't forget that competition that the Athlete's Foot is running this morning. Just go down to the Athlete's Foot marquee, the little marquee, down there next to HBF. Go and register your name. You could end up winning something in that competition, the Athlete's Foot. Just want to say thanks also to the City of Greater Geraldton who've helped us with our course. The Telstra store in Geraldton. If you want to make a call, make it with Telstra. Midwest Traffic Controllers who've been out there all morning helping us set the course up and do a lot of work across the Midwest. Midwest Traffic Controllers, GCO, GCO Electrical, and also West Coast Fireworks who set that cannon off. They're sponsors with us again. Also sponsors Charlotte Inwood Naturopathics, the Geraldton Chiropractic Centre, the Adelaide MLA, Latitude Gallery, Sanford Settlements, Apex, Refuel Australia. Turning the page. Nexus Risk Services, Geraldton's Ocean West, Geraldton Toyota and Batavia Coast Motor Trimmers. Toddy. So this is possibly Chris Lark coming through. This is Chris going to finish the half marathon, third place. Chris, well done Chris. We've had also some assistance from the following people. Total Toilets, Liquid Mojo, the Yacht Club that we're all in front of, Midwest Pro Audio, who are making music and voice available to you this morning, and also Brilliant Massages. If you need a massage, Brilliant Massages are the people to see. They're here this morning. We also got a group of volunteers from the following organisations from the Active Foundation, Geraldton Primary School, the SES, Apex, and also Geraldton Harriers who put this whole thing together. So thank you to all those good people. So Damon Angelaris was at the Junior RunFest yesterday with a lot of people who are here. Just take us through a little bit of it, Damon.
Yeah, we had a big group from Geraldton Primary that I want to call out to, all in their school shirts. And I believe today many of them turned up after running yesterday at the Junior RunFest and now turned up today volunteering at many of the water stations out on the cruise, actually out running their Royal Hydration.
Yeah, that's good commitment from all the folks at Geraldton Primary School. Geraldton Primary School is the oldest continually operating school in Western Australia. There are schools that are older, but they haven't continually operated. So the Geraldton Primary School, in fact, has the longest history, if you like, of schools in Western Australia that are open for school every year, and it's well and truly over 100 years. So fabulous record there. So Chris Lark, who has finished third in our half marathon, has run a personal best for himself, 1:19. It's a pretty good time. That's a bloody good time. So, yeah, if you run a lot, 1:19 means that you're doing every kilometre under 4 minutes. Some of us can't even do 1 kilometre in 4 minutes, let alone 21 in a row. This is Adam Scott, not the golfer. This is Adam Scott, the half marathon runner. Adam should be pretty happy. Looked like he was happy coming across the line. Is that you there, Lewis Freer, with sunglasses on? Did you pull up all right last night? Good man. Good to see you. Lewis Freer is one of our councillors, City of Greater Geraldton. Helped us out with some official activities last night and another event. Good to see you, mate. And another PB, it's a reasonably flat course. Damon, we were talking about it, not publicly, but we were just looking at the map earlier this morning with a couple of people, and it's pretty flat, which is what marathon and half marathon runners like. But the other part of the equation is, I was always told, make hills your friend, because hills will really build your strength. You're a pretty good runner. What do you reckon? Do you like a hill or not?
I think you're talking up on being a good runner, Grant, but yeah, definitely hills are great when you're training, but not when you're racing.
Yeah, we've got some good hills in Geraldton, but we avoid them on this course. Because we reckon if we sent people up a couple of them, we wouldn't put anybody back. Mount Misery for a start, that's a good one. Go up Bailey Street. Yes, there are a few good hills. Okay, 4K runners, we are going to start assembling you in a couple of minutes' time, and we're going to get you going at 9:30. So if you could, 4K runners, slowly make your way down there. 4K runners. If you could make your way to the start line, like lemmings to the ocean. 4K runners, could you start making your way? And walkers, yes. And shufflers. Runners, walkers and others. Runners and walkers down to the start line. We will be underneath the HBF inflatable start line. gate. You'll be starting on the sound of the cannon. The cannon is very loud. The cannon is very loud. So 4K runners, when you get down there, Chris Pinkley, who is in the orange RunFest top, will provide you with some instructions. They'll be fairly straightforward. Chris is going to do that. I have mentioned a couple of times how loud the cannon is. I mentioned that not just for the runners, but for those of us who are spectating as well. If you want a heart starter, it'll do it for you. $283 starters in the 4K. Thank you for your commitment. There might be a couple of minutes available if you're not there at the start line yet. Don't take your time, go and line up. So we're getting close to the start of the 4K.
If you're right, if you cut one straight away though.
It's your mum, dad, brother, sister, son, daughter, relation, friend. They're about to get going. Big Johnny, you should be in this. What's going on? Waiting for the 1K, is that what you said?
Yeah.
We've got a half coming home, and we're about to start the 4K. It's all happening here this morning, for which we are appreciative. Bruno Santos, welcoming home. Half marathon finisher. Well done, Bruno. 1:28.
Yes, right.
Got 4 of them home. Here we go with the 4K start. I'll be quiet for a moment. Away we go in the pool. We've got the runners. We've got sort of a group in between who haven't quite made up their mind whether they're going to run it or walk it. We've got Jack Track, Jim Travascus. And then we've got the walkers. Jim Travascus. Jim Travascus is a former principal of Geraldton Senior High, as it was in the day. a long-time supporter of Harriers events. With a lot of people out there this morning from Richters IGA. Thank them for their support, magnificent support. Don't know if you've got Big Johnny out there. I can't see John Richter this morning, but that's all right. His support for everything in Geraldton is just magnificent. So we've just launched 283 people, Damon, in that 4K event. So Ben Collins has also finished the half. So another one of our halves are home. We've got 38 of them all together out there. So I think we've got 5 of them home at this stage. We've got 6 home. So for those of us who remain, we've got all our events up and running at this stage. We have some finishers in for the half. We don't have any full marathon finishers as of yet. And we've got the 10K on course and the 4K on course. So over 500 people out there running at this stage. Chapel is home over. What time? That's a half marathon finish. Rory Chapel, 1:32. We'll give you a roar, but we'll get it exactly. Well done, mate. He has broken his PB in half. He's done really well. Just keep on walking, Rory. It's the best thing. Gary Russell, turn left, Gary. Turn left. Yep. Through there. Well done, Gary Russell finishes the half. Is your time roughly, Gary? You might have recorded a personal best. He's come from Bendigo in central Victoria to do it as well. This is Alex Weir, and Alex just happens to be... we got a bit of work to do this morning, Alex. We're going to be presenting some trophies on behalf of HBF. You're our HBF rep. It's double commitment. Brings the support and then runs as well. Good stuff, Alex. So Alex is a maniac. He runs run for a reason. So we get a few more halves coming through it. Yeah, this is local guy Paul Dyer. So Paul Dyer, he works up at St John of God here in Geraldton, home at 1:35. He won a run the marathon last year. I did talk to Paul prior to the event. He's going to go across and run the Melbourne Marathon. So this is just a training run. If you can describe a half marathon as a training run, I suppose it is for a full marathon. It's pretty relaxed. So we're down to Gary. Just a little bit of breeze, that would keep you cool. So we've got another hump coming through. We'll go through the finishing line. This is Cameron Taylor and his Deb Gillum. Pretty big smile on the face. Well done, Deb. So our first lady home. Go to the young Deb. 1:37 is the time. So we've got a 10k coming home. This is Jason Joyner, a local runner. A young Jace as well. They've done pretty well. 38 minutes, that's pretty good. Sub 40. This is Noah Blake, not too far behind. He's another 10k runner. Young guy, and they're going to scream through here. And he won the junior RunFest as well. Did Noah Blake, and this is Darren Smith coming home in the half. We'll call the next half through as well. And John Pentecost, and John's from Perth. Well done. Thank you, John. Good to see you here again. So I'm on the sneak through and grab a word with a couple of people. We'll try and track down Deb. Deb Gill, who's had a win. How are you, Deb? Good to see you as always. Yeah, all the way up from Doctora. Yeah, we were saying that you're originally from Bidoo. Is that reasonably accurate?
Pretty close. Ogilvy, Bidoo, yeah.
Ogilvy, yeah. So for those people who don't know, about 70 k's north of Geraldton originally, and now you're about 70 k's south of Geraldton. So what was it like, Deb?
Great. It was a great run today. Great people on the course, beautiful day, and always happy to see so many people out having fun and smiling.
And you're smiling all the time too. What was your time like? Was it what you thought you might be able to do?
Actually better than I thought I was going to be able to do. It was 2 minutes slower than last year, but I've had the butt injury, so I thought I might keep it slower. I'm really happy with it.
Okay, you look really happy. Do you have ambition in terms of what you want to do with your running? I know you run all the time, but
Always got things that I'm looking towards, but yeah, not sure exactly what's next, but I'll have a plan next week.
it's good to hear. Deb Gillen, who's 1.5 for our women this year. Well done, Deb Gillen. This is Flynn Morrissey over here. He's third in the 10K. We'll try and track down our winner, Jason Joyner. Jason's disappeared somewhere. And Andrew Waits has finished 4th in the 10K. Well done, Andrew. So those boys came through pretty quickly. Another one of our Tara Caitlin. This is our second woman home in the half marathon. Well done, Tara. Strong run. If we can track down Jason Joyner, we'll do that and have a talk with him as well, who has won out 10 this morning. Just can't spot him up at the moment. Ben Smith, 10K finisher, and he's going to finish officially 5th. Peter Hurd is next home, and Shad Barnes not too far behind. So all these people top 10 at this stage.
You need to keep a lookout
So I've been told by the Joyner Corporation that Jason is on a walk now. As he really pushed himself out, so he's just having a bit of a warm down, and when he comes back we'll warm him up again and talk with him. We got another one of our women contestants in the 10 about the finish come through underneath. This is Nicole Batten. Hi Nicole, where are you going? I'll give you a chance to get your breath back and we'll have a talk with you. About a 43-minute time. So Nicole actually has some good breeding. She's the daughter of Gary and Julie Clark, who are pretty good runners themselves, and Nicole's managed to inherit some of those genes. Yeah, all the way from downtown Utah, almost. And this is Andrew Gillen, who's finished behind there. We'll have a good, always finishes behind him. Yeah, no, not a problem. Nicole, come over here. Now, you run all the time, I know you do, Nicole. So, but you live at Utah, you're on a farm out there, and you've been doing that for quite a while now. what sort of training do you do to run a 10? Or you just chase sheep around if you've got them?
Pretty much, yeah, we still have sheep, so I do chase them around, get the opportunity to go for a run. But no, I keep a pretty casual run and just turn up because it's just to support a local vet. Local vet is running it, so it's always good to support it. Thank you.
Did you have an ambition? Obviously, you can finish it quite easily. You've got that capability. Did you set a time for yourself that you wanted to do it in?
Yeah, I always try and see if I can do under 4.5 minutes a K, so I'm not sure if I did. I didn't feel like I did, but that's always the aim anyway.
We've got your official time somewhere, and we'll see you again at presentation. So well done. This is Nicole Batten, who's won 10K for the women. We've got quite a few more people coming home. It's our second woman across the line. Tamara Dove, well done, Tamara. And Trina Wakeland home in third, well done, Trina. It's a bunch of blokes through as well. So we were just talking a while ago, Damon Angelatis. We think that we've got everybody through in the marathon that's done at least half the distance.
Yeah, indeed, that is correct. We've got them all through. They're all out on the course doing their second lap at the moment. In fact, the leaders have turned around there.
You got a leader for me at this stage, still Ben Free?
Still is Ben Free. He's past the 35K mark. He did that in 2 hours 22. He won't be that far off now.
So we've got our first 4K home, am I right in thinking that? Yep. And that's Daniel Leonard, and I'll grab a word with Daniel for just a moment. We're going to chase him up, let him get a bit of breath back. So there'll be plenty of people coming through. Daniel, just give me the thumbs up when you reckon you can talk. Not yet, put the thumbs down. So instead of coming home and 4Ks flat out, you really need to work at that. I'm just over here. Yeah, sorry mate.
201 to go. All you care about is your face. What about everything else?
So we've got another woman finisher in the half by the looks of it. So second home in the 4Ks was Matthew Taylor, who's a junior, and then Tallis Kentish, another junior, is in third place. You good to talk to us now, Daniel? Yeah? Good stuff, mate. How are you doing?
So those things sponsors, big IPA.
When you're ready to redo it, okay?
Everyone get mine and shop local. Thanks very much for organising. Good day out. Take your hangover.
Well, looks like you might have done that. Don't you go too far away, Daniel. He's got the Richter's IGA shirt on. Done the right thing, acknowledged the sponsors, which is a wonderful thing. You've always got to do that. You've described your activities from last night, your pre-race preparation. You've obviously gone flat out the whole distance. What's your prep? Do you normally do these things, or is this just a bet with somebody?
I did have a bet pre-race, but embarrassingly caught by the just too much to wear, so we stopped running in the end.
Daniel, well done, mate. We'll see you at presentations. Daniel Leonard, who's won the 4K. And now we've got the winner of the 10K. He did a post-race walk down, and that's Jason Joyner. Jace, local runner, been involved with Harriers for a long, long time, was the president at one point. Jason, 10Ks, is that a long way for you these days? I know you've done all sorts of distances. Is 10 what you like to do these days?
Oh, it's about what I'm ready for. Usually just do a couple of runs midweek, a bit shorter than 10, and I knew the half would be too long today, so I just sort of, a mate of mine said, just go to 10, take it, don't hurt yourself, but I'm not very strong psychologically, so I've been talking into it, and
You can go that way.
I expect today to be off now, and he just had to be all the way until that last 200 metres, so yeah, good on him.
Yeah, Noah Blake, young guy, ran a great race, but you got plenty of experience there. You look pretty strong at the end.
Yeah, it might look good, it feel good. I was worried all the way around because he was right behind me. I knew he could save me something, and I knew I'd have to do the last 200. And I couldn't do it, I haven't done so much for years. So thanks very much, Noah, for logging me.
Jason Joyner, who's won the 10. What's next up for you? You just go home and do nothing now for about 6 months, is that it?
Yeah, there's an adventure race down south. We're trying to get a bit of running, paddling, riding, all that good stuff. And, really enjoy getting in the outdoors. So I'm pretty sure there's still a few places available down there. If anyone wants to join me for some training for that, then something over there.
Is that the Anaconda or something like that?
Yeah, it was called the Anaconda. Now it's called the ABC, the Accologity, Augusta Country Festival.
That's a mouthful, but you've remembered it. Jason Joyner, who's the winner of our 10K this morning. We'll catch up with Jason later at presentations as well. Well done. And Lucy Osborne, who was the first finisher in the 4Ks, has come in. I don't know where Lucy might be. We'll try and track her down as well. So we're just getting prepared for Ben Freer, who is likely to arrive at any moment. He's leading the marathon. How far away do you reckon he might be, Damon, or I'm putting you under too much pressure asking that question?
Stay within 5 minutes looking at his pace so far, but we haven't had a time check since the
Okay, so that's Ben Freer, who's not too far away, 2 minutes away we reckon. He's at Dome now. Okay, we're going to get ourselves organised. We've been pretty organised all morning, but we're going to get ourselves prepared to bring this guy home. Ben Freer, he's a local guy. This looks like it will be his best marathon finish ever. He's got past Dome, so he's probably about 2 minutes away. We'd love to welcome him home as we get more falls finishing. Can I get everybody out of the chute, please? All finishers, can I get you out of the chute? Just finishers out of the chute, please, as we've got a marathon runner about to come home. So 2:57 is the time that Ben is trying to beat. And he's running at about 2:52 at this stage, so he's probably got a couple of minutes up his sleeve. So we're just looking for the bike. This will be the lead bike in front of Ben Freer. So here comes the bike. And there's a swag of 4Ks and 10Ks with him as well. But this is Ben Freer heading home. It's not Ben. So it's Michael Smart who's actually taken the win. He thought it might be Ben Freer. Michael Smart, 1017. We'll catch up with Michael in a moment. 2:53 was his time. He's not going to get far away. We know what he looks like. So well done, Michael, and we'll keep on clearing out this finish sheet. Grab a drink, Michael, and we'll just have a yarn with him.
Oh, I could see it wasn't Ben when he kept going.
Some more fours and more tens finishing.
That's where they should be watching.
Just with Michael Snarts, Michael's just won the Geraldton Marathon, the 18th annual Geraldton Marathon. Just give us a little bit of your history. How many marathons have you run, Michael?
This is my third, so my second one 2 weeks ago. And
came out okay today, so that was good.
You're, as they would say, a marathon novice. That's not a lot of marathons you've got behind you, but that's pretty impressive. What was your ambition for today?
Finish. That was a good start. But not a triathlete, so this marathon is pretty tough. So.
It is a tough assignment. Just, if you like, just tell us what it was like out there. I mean, the conditions we think are probably pretty good, but it's different when you're out there.
No, it's perfect. Not too hot, nice breeze, and great cross. Volunteers make it really busy. It's a good race to do, so all makes for a good day.
It does make for a good day. I'll let you be in peace. Michael Smart has won our 18th annual Geraldton Marathon and only his third attempt. Very impressive, and he's gone under 3 hours. He'll get his official time. We'll go through those afterwards. That's good stuff, Michael. Well done, mate. And 2:53, Ben Freeman is on his way. Ben Freeman under 3 hours as well. Come on, you get the medallion around him. 2:55. Catch up with Ben as well. It's gone pretty well. He was leading at the halfway point, but has managed to bring himself home in under the 3 hours. We'll grab a word with Ben when he's capable. You're right to talk now, mate. We'll just keep you walking a bit. Want to grab a water or you're... yeah, we'll do that. Get a cup with some water in it, some empty ones there. You happy with what you've done?
Well, I don't have a time yet, but it hurt enough to make me happy. That was pretty tough. Yeah, I don't know what the time is.
Well, you're under 3 hours. We don't know. 2:55, and we'll get it exactly for you, but is that what you want to do?
PB is 2:56, 2:55. Couldn't be happier.
That's magic stuff. I mean, and how it's tough. We spoke with Michael Smart, who was the winner. But Ben, take us through your impressions of the course this morning. Has it been tough?
The first 21 Ks felt absolutely fantastic. Something happened at 30 K. I don't know what it was. It was starting to get good from there. And it started to hurt. It slowed me down. But yeah, no, great course.
Well, Ben, congratulations. We'll see you later in presentations. But Brent Freer, local boy, come home about 2:55. Our first female finisher, and that's Michelle Duffield. And Michelle's run a 2:57. So we'll have Michelle in second. I think Michelle's actually won this event before. So we're going to have to settle for third place this year, but I don't think she'll mind. So when you got a chance, Michelle, I think you got to go here. You go to the back to get the 1 3/4. So when you got a chance, guzzle it down.
Hey, how are you, fellas?
So, Michelle Duffield. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you again. And I know we've talked previously at this event. You won this event before. 2:57. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I went out just wanting to hold a consistent pace. I lost a little bit on the second lap. I think the wind picked up a fraction and it was just enough to knock me back a little bit, but happy with the end result, absolutely.
We've spoken with both Michael and Ben. Michael Smart, who's won it this year, Ben Freer second, you're officially third. First lady home. You're describing that second lap as pretty tough.
Yeah, absolutely. I tried to go in Ben or Michael, and it was just a fraction too quick for me, unfortunately. But yeah, it was great to have the half marathoners out there and plenty of support coming home. So that was a good little lift.
And you think about your sister-in-law while you're out there, who's going to finish first? You okay?
Oh, yeah, she think she was having a few troubles out there early on, and made the call just to say keep going. So I'm a little bit concerned how she's doing. I've got a sister on the sidelines who's been giving me updates on how she's struggling, but she's you know, she's resilient. She's still going, but yeah, not her day.
Well, Michelle, another good day for you. Congratulations, and we'll see you in presentations. Michelle Duffield, who's our First Lady home, first woman home at the Geraldton Marathon this year. Congratulations, Michelle. So you got some updates for me there, Tomo? Okay, we've got people right across the four disciplines, the 4K, the 10K, the half, and the 4 coming home. So I think we've got 1, 2, 3 in the marathon. We've got 1, 2, 3 in the half. So we've got all our top threes. So just going to go through those, the half marathon. The winner was Matt Smith. Second, James Tunbridge. Third was Chris Lark. And then in the women, Debbie Gillum, your winner from Tara Catley. And Christine Stone was third home in the half. That's for the women. You any good at finding the 10 and the 4 for me? You might be able to do both of those as well. So looking at the 10 now, first home in the 10 for the men was Jason Joyner. Second home was Noah Blake, and third was Flynn Morrissey. We've got another marathon finisher who's just finished. Keith Yardley with the lead. Well done, Keith. So we'll chase down the 4Ks if we can. 10K we can do, and we had a word with Nicole Batten, who won that. Second home was Katrina Wakeland, and third home Christine Collins. They shall be pretty happy with their endeavours this morning. Good morning for running, but interestingly, Damo, as we're talking to people, that second lap was much harder in the marathon. This is the men's 4K. The results officially. First was Daniel Leonard. Second, Matthew Chamberlain, and third was Tallis Kentish. I think both the second and third would be juniors. And taking a look at the women's, first home was Lucy Osborne, second Gianna Dulassalle, and third was Georgia Oliver. So that's the 4K's result for you. And another marathon man home. Ian McLeod, well done Ian, looking pretty comfortable. 3:02 was the time, Ian. Be happy with that, mate, I know. So we're going to do our official presentations at around about 11 o'clock this morning. This is Kai Richter home, with another member of the Richter family, so double effort. So plenty of callers coming home at the moment. So just while I've got a chance, really appreciate the support and the assistance and the sponsorship provided this year by Richter's IGA and HBL. They've done a great job for us. We thank them sincerely for the efforts that they've made, and boy, here's a 4K runner and a half. So they've been quite spectacular in their assistance. We thank them, as I say, that's HBF. They've covered us, and I'll cover you in terms of health cover. Thank you. We've got Alex Weir, who's going to do the presentations on behalf of HBF. Thank them, and also Richters. I think Kai Richter might be doing the presentations on their behalf, and I've seen Kai come through. He's run the 4 with assistance. So both of those organisations fabulous for us. I have mentioned it a few times this morning, but certainly I'll mention it again. There's that competition that the athletes' foot is running. Just go over and enter your name at their marquee, which is the red one, the athlete's foot one. It's got the flags flying in front of it. Put your name down on that. Thanks also to the City of Freighter Geraldton, the Telstra store, Midwest Traffic Controllers, GECO Electrical, and West Coast Fireworks. They've made the loud noises for the start of our races this morning with their panel. Other sponsorship this morning has come from Charlotte Wood Naturopathics, the General Chiropractic Centre, Lady LA, Latitude Gallery, Sanford Settlements, Apex, Refuel Australia, Nexus Risk Services, Ocean West, Geraldton Toyota, Batavia Coast Motor Trimmers. Just a reminder to you, if you're a little thirsty, there's plenty of water. It's in 2 locations here at the finish line, or underneath the tent, which has a looper on top of it. Plenty of water, and also some post-race oranges by the looks of it. Yes, some oranges over there as well. And there is the juice vehicle, Liquid Mojo, which is down the back. The Liquid Mojo van is here as well. If you want a real boost to the body after what you're putting through. And thank them for their support as well. Well, we had 532 out there. I reckon we got over 500 and, well, I think over half of that. So we've still got some very committed people on course doing the marathon and the half. I don't know if that machine is capable of telling us how many halves we've brought home. It is. 38 started in the half marathon. So we've got 10 men in, and we had and we've got 7 women in, so that means we've got 4 women on course, if our maths are right. We've got, so Katie Duffield on her way. So Mitch Kalinsky finished the marathon. Last week, Mitch. Yeah, well done. 2 in a row, mate. Good job. Katie Duffield, the second female home. So she's run about a 3:08. Duffield sisters. It's a pretty good effort. They look reasonably similar too. Looks like they've probably got the same genes, good running genes. And the Boots is the standing next to them. Going to get 3 out next year, I think, would be the ambition. Duffield to Duffield to Duffield. You'll let it go. So we've got most of the half home. That's what I'm hearing. So we do have the majority of our half marathon finishers home, but we've still got a few guys and gals out there. We'll let you know when they come in. That's a majority of the marathon field out there still though. If you're viewing the start finish, plenty of water available. There's some oranges under the Aluka tent there. We've got Liquid Mojo, who's down the back in front of the Yacht Club if you need something to give you a bit of a lift after you've exerted all your energy this morning, like you've done before, the 10, the half and the full. Go and have a chat to the good folk at HBF. Or likewise drop by the Athlete's Foot tent. Just for those people who have been inquiring, official presentations will be pretty much close to the finish line here at 11 o'clock. We'll start those off at 11 o'clock with official presentations. Right here at the finish line.
Why should Josh have done that? I took a little exercise on mine.
Is your power out?
Very icons. I want you to turn
Pete, try it under the van. That one got kicked out before.
Here we go.
So I think we've just temporarily lost our power to our official recording device. So sorry we haven't been able to update you for a minute or so. Could just be clouds rotating around the universe. No idea. It's all wireless. We'll see if we can retrieve it, and we'll update you on who might still be out there in the half marathon and the marathon.
Did that go down? Yeah, somebody's sticking out of power there.
We've got another marathon finish review. We'll just get a name for you in a moment. Weather's been good for us this morning, but the breeze did lift a little over here, Damo. Sorry, mate. Matt really hard, well done, Matt. Yes. Good job. So it's not a bad time, Matt. That must have been about a 3:16 something for Matt. Really? Did it quite comfortably. So that's a lot of runners who are running a good time this morning. 3:16 for Matt Brearley. We'll get you an official time. Jason McCarthy home. Well done, Jace. Glad to see you drinking a lot of water this morning, helping you in your endeavours to recover. So we managed to remove the sunspots for a moment or two. Get our recording device up and operating again. And just to repeat that information, we'll be doing our presentations at 11 o'clock this morning. 11 o'clock, and we'll be doing them here at the finish line. So presentations for the marathon, the half marathon, the 10K, the 4K. There are prizes top three in all of those categories. And also some prizes, first male home, first female home. They're local participants in the events. So stay around for those presentations 11 o'clock this morning, or if you reckon you can go home and get back in time. the Liquid Mojo van at the moment. Just the one potential customer there, so we've been waiting to get to the Liquid Mojo van. Now's a chance. We've still got folks crossing the line. 10. Leslie Stewart's, well done Leslie. Long time Harrier. So I might try and repeat some of those results if I can. The winner of the Geraldton Marathon this year, Michael Smart, second home Ben Freer, third home Pete Yardley. That's, well, that's really not the truth, because third home was Michelle Duffield. Michelle was the first one home, and then Katie Duffield was second. Do we have a third place together? Not yet. All right. So still at the third place in the women's component of the marathon. So the half, first home Matt Smith, second home James Tunbridge, third home Chris Lark. That's just like the we got another half runner home, but I think we lost someone who's missed the turn. Probably need to have a steward standing up front just to point him in. He's okay. He's having to go.
He just reckon on his watch you can put...
So they do things differently in Kalgoorlie. They run past the finish and then they come back in. This is Grant Hill from Kalgoorlie Bowler. Well done, Grant. He was running to what his watch told him. We always got to do that. And I'm going to get a word with Grant too, because I know they've got an event up in Kalgoorlie fairly shortly. I'll get him to do a promo on that. Put that water away, Grant, and we'll have a yard to you, because you've got the Pipeline Marathon coming up fairly shortly. And I'll get you to promo that. You might be able to talk some of these Geraldtonians and going over there. You never know. You want another glass of water? Come. You're good. You don't look good. You look crap. No, you look good. How many? Third 3 weeks. Grant, well done. First question. You went past the finish deliberately, and then you turned around and come back. What were you doing?
I was running to my garment, hadn't even been 42 k's yet, so I just went down there a little bit to make up the distance. Mason's short.
You're a legend. I got a garment as well, but I didn't do the 42 plus this morning.
No, it was, we really jagged it with the weather today. You know, like driving in yesterday from Cal, it was blowing a gale and storms, and I thought I were in for a rough run today, but it's been perfect. And thanks to all the volunteers and the Geraldton Harriers, they've knocked it out of the park and put on a really great event again. It's a shame there's not more numbers out on the course, but there's another new event in Joondalup today as well, which probably has taken some of the marathon runners away.
It's a tough event to run. It's probably well, maybe not the hardest athletic event going around anymore, but it has been for a very long time. How many marathons have you run?
Between marathons and ultras, I'm up to about 85 or something now. So I've just done a little campaign where I did Perth Marathon 2 weeks ago, and then Pinchy Rinchi Marathon in South Australia last week. And then came here today, you know, and just thought I'll see how the legs hold up. So pleased to report all good.
Pitchy Richie over between Port Augusta and Corn, so that'll be a pretty tough one with 20 hills.
Yeah, it's about 25 kilometres of constant climbing on the course, so yeah, it does take about a day.
Tell me about the Pipeline Marathon, and that's out at Kalgoorlie. When's that happening?
So we've got our the fourth running of the Gold Coast Pipeline Marathon on the 23rd of July, so 2 weeks' time. There's a 42, a 21 and a 10. All the events follow the Goldfields water pipeline, so the marathon starts in Coolgardie and the half starts halfway between Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie, and then the 10K is just 10K's out of town. And staggered start times, we finish, all the events finish on the Kalgoorlie Boulder Golf Course. So the entire course is pretty much run off road. There's about 300 metres of footpath just near the golf course. So quite a bit different to this, you know, where we had a fair bit of concrete. And when you get on the wrong side of 50, your knees start telling you that that's not a great idea.
Well and truly on the wrong side of 50 grand. We've got a common name to start with, but if people want to go in the Goldfields Pipeline Marathon, all the events associated, I know you've got a little flyer over there just in front of the Harriers tent, but there's information there that they can either jump on the website or an email or a telephone number.
Absolutely, there's my contact details on there. We've got a Facebook page, Goldfields Pipeline Marathon. There's a website, search it out. The registrations are through Register now, so you can find the link just by searching on there. It's a pretty good event. We've got about 60 lined up for the marathon and 80 for the half. $1,000 first prize for the marathon. So, you know, if you've got a bit of speed, it's probably worth considering the journey. Yeah, so really looking forward to having a good event over there. It'd be nice to see some Geraldton Harriers make the trip over. I think it was a 900-kilometre drive for me yesterday. This is my 6th to Geraldton, so I'm looking for some Harriers to return the favour and come over to the Goldfields.
It'd be nice if some of the Geraldton Harriers could do that. I reckon, you know, when I started talking to you, I described you as looking totally crap. I reckon you've recovered totally. You're brilliant now.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, so got the long drive home tomorrow. Yeah, but really enjoyed the run.
Thanks, mate. Congratulations, well done. It's Grant Hurley all the way from Kalgoorlie Boulder, and they've got their pipeline on the 23rd of July. Go and have a look at the info. It'd be really nice if we could return the favour and support them. Great stuff. More than welcome. back in black and a bit of lime green. Well done, Richard. He's a 2-cup man. Make sure you got more of both of them. Richard's finished the marathon, pretty happy about it. So Richard back is the 9th male home and unofficially 3:31. Well done to him. So how many do you reckon we got left out there in the marathon? 5 men out there? 4 women. Okay, so we've got 9 marathoners out there. Make you work hard, Damon Angelatis. Half marathoners, you can do that. You reckon you've got all the men home in the half? Maybe 2 out there, so maybe 2 men still to come home in the half, and 3 women. And we probably have all of our 10s and 4s back. That's a hard one to do. You can do it. We have the technology. Just leave it. So we've still got a few 10s and a few 4s out there, enjoying themselves. So we probably have a few 10k walkers who just walk for the whole show. And a lot of people would easily walk 10k's a day. Talking to Graham and Leslie Stewart, who you would know, Damon, who are long-time members and supporters of Geraldton Harriers, and I know that Graham and Leslie do a lot of walking, have done for a long time. So there's a real community of walkers around Geraldton. And if you get out there and walk every day, certainly that 10k assignment is not all that tough. And there isn't any better place for it than Geraldton. There's some fabulous opportunities to walk without any motor vehicles, so you can do so in relative safety. Good to see so many people in Richter's shirts and apparel. That's a sophisticated word for shirts. I'm just going to go over and see Hein Richter and see if he's doing the presentations for us. Grant Patrick just finished the marathon. 3:35. She's come in very comfortably. Doesn't look like he's running at all. Okay, had some shoulder surgery. He's had some substantial shoulder surgery, recovered from that, running a marathon. It's pretty good. You wouldn't think you'd test your shoulders out, but you do. You can really ache through that part of the body when you're doing just over 42k. So well done to Grant Patrick. Yes, we are. We're going to talk to you. Grant Patrick, well done, mate.
Thanks.
Now we talked a little bit about your shoulder surgery, and someone said, well, what's a shoulder got to do with running a marathon? But in my experience would suggest that, you can get pretty painful everywhere. So what was that about?
What's the surgery itself? I just pulled a bunch of the tendons across my shoulder. I've had 2 surgeries in the last 5 months, another one to go. So yeah, but still good.
And seriously, serious question, when you're running, I mean, you use that upper half of your body a huge amount just to sort of power along, don't you? So how do you feel?
I think it's more about holding my arm up, actually, than the hard part. It's all the muscles and weights in the shoulder. So just holding the arm up, the hard part. Still good.
It is all good. Pretty happy with this morning?
Yeah, sure.
You're a good man. Grant Patrick. So let's describe this. About 20 minutes away from launching into our presentations. Dennis Brosnan, local Geraldton runner, home marathon. Dennis has been running for about 40 years. Not just this morning, but for quite a while. Running from the law, you reckon, Dennis? Great supporter of running events in this part of the world. This is Tan Wasi. Is all the way from Malaysia. We talked to Tan last year, we'll talk to him again this year about running barefoot, running a sarong. It's sort of traditional Malaysian dress, but I know it's not traditional Malaysian running attire. It's got the hat on, it's got the glasses, I don't know if he had lenses in them. But here he comes, bringing on home. Tan Larson. Tan, certainly. Yep. Brilliant. So a few questions for you, Tan, don't you worry. And a couple of beautiful 10K finishes. I'll find him. It's all right. Tan. It's got everyone. How are you? How are you, Tan? Good to see you again.
Oh, it's beautiful today, the weather is fine. Of course it's raining, yeah. I enjoy the race, especially with all the participants and good cheerleaders. It's a good cause and it's a good exercise.
I've got a couple of really important questions for you. The need to wear the glasses, because I don't detect any lenses there.
I can't afford a glass, it's too expensive. So you just let the children. Yeah.
They're beautiful. They help you see clearly, I'm sure. A couple of serious questions, because you know that we have this relationship that goes back at least a year. You're from Malaysia, whereabouts?
I'm from a small town called Kuantan. I don't know whether you know. It's about 300 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur.
And you say a small town, size of Geraldton or what?
It is something like Geraldton, yeah. It got a beautiful beach like this. So yeah, it is a small town, and we are famous for those seafood. You can come around and you can be around for the seafood. Yeah, no problem.
You send me your email and I'll be in contact. Last year you ran just the same, barefoot, sarong, but this is sort of traditional Malaysian dress, but not traditional running clothes.
Not traditional running clothes. It's just our Malaysian traditional wear. So yeah, and I like to put it on just to introduce the culture of Malaysia. Yeah, and it is fun to run in the sarong because it's warm.
I bet it does. The bare feet. Tell me about the bare feet.
All right, I find that running barefoot does have a lot of advantages. It gives you the health and give you less injury due to impact. Because if you run barefoot, you have to run lightly, land efficiently, and soft. So as a result, you don't have a high impact on the ground, and that will prolong you to run for long distances.
You're encouraging me because you and I have a very similar build. There's not much of us.
Not necessarily you have to run barefoot, but actually it's more towards how to land, how to get movement, and how to actually run efficiently so that you get tired out easily.
You run a lot though, I know. This is 100 and how many? How many marathons? It's 100 and something, isn't it, that you've run?
This is my 120 marathons. It's very good. Thank you.
120. Good to see you, Tan, and we'll see you in the presentations as well. Thank you for journeying down from Kuantan. It would be good if some of us could journey up there. Where's your closest marathon at home?
Closest is in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, other than we're in Thailand, we run a lot in Thailand. Remember the last marathon I came here last year was 96, I think. No, 96. Yeah, 96, yeah. I did 100 in Malaysia. Yeah, that is in Kuala Lumpur.
So, for you, is there an end point? Are you just going to keep on running? You're going to get to 200 and 300? What is it?
I don't really aim for it. Actually, I just get running as long as I feel like going for a marathon. I challenge myself and keep fit. Yeah. So that others will do the same.
You're a good man. Fabulous man. Good to see you, and I hope you're back next year. So we've got Dory Harvey. This is Dory who's finished in half. Just a little bit of precinct. A little bit of rain. And Makiki Moroy has finished. Taking a bit of a rest there with the good people. presentations in 10 minutes' time. We've got a little bit of precipitation that seems to be hanging around, and it's more than welcome. We absolutely need it. It does provide one or two challenges in terms of our presentation, so we'll make a decision about that a couple of minutes before 11, but you're in the right area, so stay here folks for those presentations. Have we got a third place finish in the... No, we haven't. Okay. Third place finish in the women's marathon is what I was about to ask. We don't have an official third place as of yet. not too far away from presentations. We have the Deputy Mayor with us this morning. The more than Honourable Neil McElwain. Good to see you, Neil. But, are we going to do the presentations where you're standing, Chris? Going to go over to towards the finish line, all right? So we're only a couple of minutes away from those. So we're still chasing a few people around the marathon and half marathon course.
One minute, okay? Thank you, okay?
You're more than welcome. This is another one of our half marathoners home. So we don't have a lot out there. It's thinking about it, David. It's going to tell us sometime in the future. So I think with Jackie Baker's arrival, we have all of our half marathoners home. Just doing a double check on that. Congrats, Jackie. Nice to have you rounding out the field, making sure we're all home and hosed. A few happy snaps now. Just a reenactment of the finish. got, this is Catherine Trigg, I think you're right, Damo. This is definitely Catherine finishing the marathon third place in the women, I believe. Well done, Catherine. 4 hours and 3 minutes, that's an approximation. Plenty of water there for you, Catherine. Plenty of oranges under the tent on the left-hand side. It's like the reporters from the local newspaper chasing down important information. Presentations, I'm going to say in about a minute and a half. Just find young Chris to help me out with that. Beautiful, 5 minutes, thank you Chris. 5 minutes to presentations. We're going to do them right out here at the lawn in front of the finishing chute. It's good to have a lot of you here at this stage as we head towards presentations, not too far off. Just an opportunity for me to once again acknowledge people who made this morning possible. Our major sponsors, HBF and Richter's IGA. So we're just doing our final prep. We're getting some paperwork done. We're getting the podium out to do our presentations. So marathon, half marathon, 10Ks, 4Ks, the whole kit and caboodle, plus a few more. We've got all of our official presenters organised. The last 20 sausages are left over at the Richter's Supermarkets IGA marquee. They are for free. The last 20 snaggers are over there. If you want a free sausage, it's the place to go. So we've got the podium. I only finished third. That's as far as I got. So we've got the podium there. That's what you call that thing for the official place getters. Try not to wear it out before everybody gets there. So Stuart and Kine were about to go with this. Likewise Alex Weir, Neil McElwain were about to go with this. Just warning you, that's all. I know you like to be warned. We have had a chance to talk to all our winners this morning and quite a few of our place getters and some others as well. So it's been a good morning, all made possible by Geraldton Harriers, this 18th annual Geraldton Marathon and a Half Marathon, but also incorporates these days with RunFest, the 10K event and the 4K event. To everybody who's participated, congratulations and thank you for your involvement. Whether your participation has meant running, whether it's meant sponsoring, supporting, supplying, volunteering to help out in a range of different ways. We've had people out on the course, marshalling, riding bikes, doing all sorts of things to get us through the event. It takes a lot of organisation. So hats off to everybody involved. So we've got another one of our marathoners across the line. So we've got, I think, 3 more out on course. The great joy of finishing this time is that they arrive at presentation time and the crowd goes ballistic. Just bear with us for a moment or so. I like to do these things properly. The suspense is building. A little earlier, after he'd completed the marathon, Grant Hooley is a fellow from Kalgoorlie, and they actually have a marathon up there on the 23rd of this month, 23rd of July. If you're keen to drive the 900 Ks over to Cal, he's done it 6 times coming this way to Geraldton. To be good if some people could reciprocate if that was possible. But if you want details of that Goldfields Pipeline Marathon, first place this year, well done. If you want details of that Goldfields Pipeline Marathon, they're on the little whiteboard just down the back in front of the Geraldton Harriers marquee. So for people chasing another event, they also have some shorter distances involved in that one as well. Well, that's on the 23rd of July. If you want to add to your running tally, take a trip to the iconic city of Kalgoorlie, Coolgardie as well. So we're going to bring a few people up here to help us with the presentations, and then I'll hand over to Chris Pinkney, who's the president of Geraldton Harriers, who heavily involved in putting this RunFest together in the 18th annual Geraldton Marathon. But I'll get Councillor Neil McElwain. Neil is the Deputy Mayor of the City of Greater Geraldton. Neil, if you'd come up and assist us. Also like Stuart Bain and Kym Richter from Richter's IGA. Stuart and Kym who are going to assist us as well, and Alex Weir, who's from HBF Run for a Reason. And can I just say, prior to the official presentations, that the commitment and support that we have received from HBF has been spectacular over a number of years, and I know you'll pass it on to management, Alex, but thank you once again on our behalf. And from a local perspective, I don't walk into those other supermarkets, which I won't name, but I always walk into Richter's IGA, either on Dolaca Street or Super IGA, the old Queen site. And Stuart and Kym, if you'd pass on to John, particularly, the support that we enjoyed from your company and this community is absolutely magnificent. Thank you very much. There have been a number of other people who've been involved in putting this together, including the Geraldton Harriers, but a number of businesses and companies and organisations around the Midwest who make this possible. We've mentioned them quite a few times this morning, but we also acknowledge them. Thanks for the opportunity of being involved in this 18th annual Geraldton Marathon. It's a fabulous event. I hand you over to the President of Geraldton Harriers, Chris Pinkney.
Thank you, Grant. Look, and thank you all for first of all your participation today, and secondly for hanging around for these presentations. There's a lot of work that goes into putting on a day like today, and for that I really do need to thank a bunch of very devoted and energetic committee members. So if those of you with a orange shirt, essentially we're the Harriers Committee. We're a small local club. We have approximately 300 members, and each year we like to try and put on an event such as this, catering for not only our club members but also for those of you both in the wider Geraldton community and also for those of you that like to come up from Perth, Kalgoorlie and Malaysia and a few other countries. So look, thank you very much. I think it's been another fantastic event. We try and build on it every year, and so yeah, thank you. Obviously an event like this doesn't go ahead without some major sponsors, and obviously this year we've got HBF on board, and Richter's, the team from Richter's have come on board for the first year. They've brought along a band of athletes that have enjoyed their sausage sizzle almost as much as they enjoyed their 4K and 10K runs. So thank you very much, guys. Your support is certainly appreciated. Before I go on any further, I would probably just like to quickly hand over to Alex. Would you like a quick word? Very quickly, and then I'll pass you on to Stuart or Kym.
Thanks, Chris. Just quickly, you guys are very fortunate to have such a great local club as Harriers. to put on an event like this. They do a fantastic job every year, and Chris is right, it does get bigger and better every year. So we're really proud as a local company to be involved and to sponsor the event. It was a great day out there, and I really loved the atmosphere, running out there and high-fiving people. So great event. Well done to everyone coming out and getting fit and getting active. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex, and we have to thank HBF for their long-term support for this event. Stuart or Kime, which one? Stuart, thank you very much on behalf of Richters. Once again, we thank you very much for your support. First year in.
Thanks very much. Just want to say a big thanks to Harriers again for a great event. Massive numbers down here. I think we've got 150 staff as well, so we had an awesome time, so thanks very much. And just the community as well, I love getting behind stuff like this. You guys support us and we love giving back, so massive thanks to all you guys as well for being part of it, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Stuart. Obviously, an event like this can't go ahead without the support of our local government. So, the City of Greater Geraldton and Deputy Mayor Councillor McElwain, thank you very much for your attendance today, and we've got to thank the city for their generous support in terms of just behind the scenes stuff. You know, an event like this doesn't run itself, and if we don't have a cooperative and friendly local government, an event like this becomes so much harder. So we have to thank the City of Geraldton for helping.
Thanks, Chris, and good morning, everyone. What's already been said, the event sponsorships, fantastic from local organisations supporting us. Harriers do a fantastic job. To all the competitors, well done, congratulations. To all those very many supporters that come and man not only this point here, but all the checkpoints along the way that are supportive of the drinks and the support and the massages and the like. Again, all of it is fantastic, and it's just really great for us as a city to see people out and about using the foreshore and the facilities that we've got here. So I hope everyone had a great morning, and back to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. I'm just going to quickly acknowledge all the remaining sponsors that we have. I mean, it's obviously an extensive list, and the majority of them are local businesses that have stuck their hand up to help support this event. Very quickly, we've got Athletes Foot Geraldton, we've got the Telstra Store Geraldton, and Midwest Traffic Controllers, GECO Electrical and West Coast Fireworks. All of those are silver sponsors, so thank you very much. They've certainly dug deep for an event like this. Our bronze level sponsorships, we've got Charlotte Inwood Naturopathics, Geraldton Chiropractic Centre, Ian Blaney, Latitude Gallery, Sanford Settlements, Apex, Refuel Australia, Nexus Risk Services, Geraldton's Ocean West, Geraldton Toyota, Batavia Coast Motor Trimmers. So each again, they are all small local businesses that have stuck their hands in their pockets, and their support is certainly appreciated. So we thank them. And then finally, we've got a number of suppliers that do a good deal for us. Let's put it that way in terms of getting some equipment on board. We've got Total Toilets, we've got Liquid Mojo, the Geraldton Yacht Club, Midwest Pro Audio, Brilliant Massages. They've all given us some assistance. But then on top of that, we've also got some volunteer organisations, or some just other community organisations that have helped us out with the volunteers, and that's the Active Foundation. We've got Geraldton Primary School, ourselves, they're a good way to list. The SES, thank you very much for doing the first aid, guys, and the Apex Club who have come along and helped us direct some of these marquees. So that's it's an extensive list, but we've got to acknowledge all of them, because without those type of people and those type of organisations, something like this doesn't happen. So we'll now move on to the presentation. So what I'll do is I'll ask Neil if you could present the awards to the athletes as they come up, and then either Kime, Stuart or Alex, if you're able to pass the envelopes, the relevant prizes across to Neil. So those of you competitors, if your name's called, would you please come up, accept your prize, and then take your position on the podium. We have got an official photographer, so look down, smile, have a snap, and then jump down. I'm going to start with the female 4-kilometre run/walk. We'll start in third. Third place, a local lady, a Geraldton Harriers member, in a time of 19:43. We have Sue Moorfield.
In second place in a time of 1924, Fiona Del Sal. And the winner of the 4K run in the time of 1846 is a young lady by the name of Lucy Osborne. Well done, Lucy. I'd like to put our hands together for the winners of the 4K. Moving on to the men's, or the male, I should say boys. Boys 4 kilometre run event. In third place in the time of 17:56, Talis Kentish. In second place in the time of 17:44, Matthew Chamberlain. Matthew's an under 12 competitor, so well done, mate. And winner in a time of 17:28, Daniel Leonard. Well done. Okay, thank you guys. We'll move on to the 10 kilometre run. Of the female, the third place female for the 10k run in the time of 46:53, Katrina Wakeham. In second place in the time of 46:47, Tamara Darling. And the winner of the 10 kilometre female event at the time of 44:39, Nicole Back. On to the men's. Third place in the men's 10 kilometre event at the time of 41:03, Flynn Morrison. Is Flynn here? No? Okay, we'll move on to second place. Now this was quite a close event. Second place, a young Harrier, Noah Blake. Well done, Noah. You cracked the 40 minute, 39:42. And the winner of the 10 kilometre event, and it's good to see the oldies can sometimes beat the young blokes. Sorry, Jason Joyner. He's showing it now too. So Jason Joyner, time of 39:29. Thank you and well done. Moving on to the half marathon. Third place in the women's half marathon, Alison Ratcliffe, time of 1:47:03. Well done, Alison. Second place, Tara Catley, in a time of 1:41. We're just going to pause actually. We've got a marathon finisher we managed to have somebody time this perfectly last year come in just in time for the marathon presentation. So we'll just see who it is. Caroline Hahn. Caroline. Well done, Caroline. Put your hands together for Caroline. Fantastic. Okay. She's a winner. Now, my apologies to the winner of the women's half marathon. Time of 1:37.48. I think this lady won it last year as well, Debbie Gillam. Thank you, ladies. In the men's half marathon, in the third place in a time of 1:18.55, we have Chris Lark. In second place, a time of 1:11.40, James Tunbridge. And the winner of the men's half marathon this morning in a time of 1:09.47, Matt Smith. Well done. Okay, on to the big one. In the female marathon, third place in a time of 4:02.54, so she was hurting when she came in, but she's done exceptionally well. Catherine Tree. It's a good thing, it's a small step. Someone to take a slightly larger step onto the podium in a time of 3:08.18. Second place, Katie Duffield. And the winner in a time of 2:57.31, Michelle Duffield. Put the hands together for our marathoners. In the men's marathon, third place in a time of 3:01.11, Keith Gardner. In second place in a time of 2:55.53, another local Harrier, Ben Freer. Now, the men's marathon winner. I'm sorry, I'm going to steal your thunder because we have actually got another marathon finisher just coming through now with about 50 metres to go. Now this is Sophie Seaton. This is her first marathon. She was hoping to get back by 12. So she's nailed that. So if we put our hands together for Sophie, well done. Timing is perfect yet again. Okay, the winner of the men's marathon in a time of 2:53.17, Michael Snart. Well done. We've got a number of other prizes and prizes to be giving out this morning. We have got a prize for the first local male and female marathon runners. The first local male, Ben Free, if you want to rejoin the podium. And our first local female marathon finisher, we all clapped her across the line. I believe it was Geraldton Harriers. Well done, Carol. We have actually got one more, our final marathon competitor coming through. About 100 metres out, so we'll just pause our proceedings at the moment just to let that.
Austin, get out of the way! Austin! Austin!
Everybody, this is Alicia Smart. We put our hands together for Alicia as she comes through.